부릉부릉.
It's time for a new season. A new chapter, a new canto for Limbus Company. Look at this new splash screen on the like what do you call this? Like loading screen, loading menu? Like pre-loading menu? I have no idea. I do know one thing. I do know two things. I know a few things. Rodian, please. I just enabled the master volume for this game again because it gets so annoying when you log in and every time you do, like Rodian just interrupts my thought process, which is already very hard to follow at times. A few things. Let's start with the best. It's Project Moon's 7th anniversary and they gave out a Deca extraction ticket. Very nice. Thank you, director. Onbei. The next thing is that I have been unable to record or basically do anything all week because I was sick. And that, like, clearing my throat just now for dramatic effect was not necessarily just for that, but also because I am still somewhat sick and I tried not talking all day just so I could record this episode. Thank you, Robbie. However, if I do cough, if I do clear my throat, if I'm like sniffly still, because, well, this time it wasn't a regular cold, if you can imagine, it was actually the big C. But I needed to come back for today, right? So when I got sick at the beginning of the week, I thought, oh shit, what a timing. It couldn't have gotten any better than this. Alas, I feel better. Especially, it's like considering yesterday to today, I'm like so much better that I'm actually able to talk without like keeling over and letting my soul leave my body, hoping that it finally happens. That I am very happy to be able to do so because I'm looking forward to this. Was there anything else I wanted to mention? There's a few things I changed in the recording process ever since we recorded the end of chapter 4. You will most likely not notice. A few things will have changed in the editing process as well, which you might or might not notice. A few of those things are good for me, others are like more workload. It doesn't matter. Considering we have a Deca extraction ticket though, and there's a new banner on, and well, that's just how it goes, right? A new chapter releases and I roll. So we're gonna do that. I got somewhat lucky with past banners. I have like the Faust of the Purgisnacht event. I have Jenny Yisang. I think I rolled like once or something and I got him. However, considering I was sick and it slipped my mind, or maybe like just my brain couldn't think of it due to my fever, the rollover of the boxes and stuff, it happened and I had so many boxes and I have so many boxes still because it was twice as much, right? And the thread crates as well, and like threads itself. So I had 400 shards of Ishmael, and like basically double these numbers is what I had, so I could have gotten some identities still, but it just completely slipped my mind. I now have 2,705 thread because some of it got converted, which is not the best start for this season, but it doesn't really matter since you can pretty much play the game however you want. It's one of the more forgiving gachas, if not the most forgiving gacha, if you disregard stuff like the railroad. Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling again. Let's just do this, see if I'm lucky, and then start with the actual chapter 5. Well, guess not. So let's just open this up. Not even like the 2-tier identity in there. You know what? I'm not content with that. We're gonna roll again. Oh, it's happening already. Shit. Come on, this time the... Oh, for fuck's sake. Please... Oh, no, okay, whatever. Just don't fall into this pit trap, Lambda. Like, rolling until you get something. Let's drive. Let's go. I did set up... When I noticed that the game updated, I did set up my team yesterday. I did upload the event, right? Yeah, I did upload the event. I just didn't upload Railroad 2 yet, which might be coming, might not be coming. Tell me if you have an idea on how I should upload like 5 or 6 videos of me fumbling my way through, because I think if I do, people will get very angry. It's 6 videos of Limbus, which is good. People want that. But it's 6 videos of me getting increasingly more annoying and bad at the game. And like getting angry at people as well, getting angry at myself, getting angry at like everything basically. Because I did do it in like 170 turns or something, but I did do it very badly still, and I was just absolutely shitting myself in anger. So maybe that's a reason for why you want to see it. I just don't know why I would want to watch this for like 12 hours. Setting sail 5-1. Oh, power move, Project Moon, not telling us how many events there are, or how many stages. We sail on, the incident with the green lights finally behind us. Faust approaches the helm, as though she noticed something. Immediately, let me fix something real quick, because apparently it doesn't work. Okay, I fixed it, sorry. It's bound to happen that something breaks when you don't record for over a week or something. It hasn't been so long since this bus boat was hounded by the sirens and the flashing green lights. The sinners were sitting uncomfortably, trying to get some shut-eye in the ship cabins, formerly known as the bus cabins, formerly known as the Bang Bus. The thought of returning to their rooms didn't even seem to occur to them. After gazing out the windows for a while, Faust came to her feet and approached the helm, formerly known as the wheel.
파우스트 씨.
네, 신호가 왔군요.
Faust?
내내 기다리던 그 연락이 도래했다는 말이요.
Have we waited for a signal?
드디어 데우스에서의 모험이 시작된다는 말인 겐가?
Did we have to wait for a signal to like set sail or something?
어떤 신호가 왔다는 거죠? 알람 소리가 들리는 것도 아니고 무언가가 나타나거나 한 적도 없는데요.
시야에는 잡히지 않지만 메피스토펠레스가 먼 곳의 연기 신호를 감지했습니다.
연기... 봉화를 피우려다는 건가? 그걸 기다리고 있었던 거구만.
항해 시작. 첨벙.
슬슬 연안구역에서 벗어나 대호수 초입이라고 부를 만한 부분으로 진입합니다. 지금부터는 자동 항해 기능을 작동시키겠습니다. 무엇이? 지금까지는 대호수가 아니었다는 것이요? 정의를 말하자면 지금껏 대호수에 있었다고 할 수 있지만 특별한 위협이 존재하지 않았기 때문에 돈키호테 씨가 인식하고 있는 정보에 맞춰 구분하여 말씀드렸습니다. 그런 일들이 있었는데 위협이 없었다는 것인가? 저기에 있는 이상구는 항해 내내 양동이만 붙잡고 있지 않은가?
나... 괜찮소. 신경...
처음엔 물을 퍼내려는 줄 알았건만 속에서부터 다른 걸 퍼내니 어쩔 도리가 없네.
Buckets. Let me tell you about buckets, everyone. You young whippersnappers don't know nothing about them buckets. I swear to tell you, have you ever tried gazing into one? Only for it to gaze back into you.
그리고 그 월피렉 기스밤? 그것이 지나간 지도 얼마 안 되었고. 발프루기스의 밤입니다. 그리고 그 모든 일들이 데우스에 의한 것은 아니지 않은가요?
Yeah, I guess with Project Moon storytelling and them like interjecting these little events that I don't record because frankly, I don't see much point in recording Dante's notes so far. Maybe I should make a special video about that. Some of this stuff feels a little bit out of place. But yeah, thank you Project Moon for reminding me of that.
거짓 원인의 오리로군.
어려운 말이 너무 많으니 본인은 자던 잠이나 마저 자겠소. 아니,
위험 구역에 들어섰다면 이제 몸을 추스르고 긴장 상태에 돌입해야 한다고 본다.
Otis?
총원, 경계 배치.
Otis suddenly leaped to her feet, began barking orders at the sinners.
아이, 뭐야? 아씨, 심장 멎는 줄 알았네.
오티스, 입에는 자동으로 운행되고 있어요. 위험한 상황은 피해갈 뿐더러 마주할 수밖에 없다면 경고가 울릴 거예요.
나 참 그런 뜻 모를 기능을 얼마나 신뢰하라는 거지?
Yeah, how well do we think this will, like, work? I mean, I'll have to remind you of the unknown numbers of stages in the top right. There's gonna be a lot of threats.
게다가 그 장치라는 것도 막판에 그 보트 센터 해결사들이 급하게 붙여놓은 것일 뿐이잖아.
확실히 파우스트가 직접 장착하지 않았죠. 신뢰도가 100%는 아닐 겁니다.
잘 말했다. 자고로 항해는 알 수 없는 일들이 도사리고 있는 법. 결국 사람이 나서야 한다는 것이다.
그렇다면 그대가 이 배를 이끌겠다는 말인가?
관리자님께서 항해에 대한 기억을 갖고 계시지는 않으니 그 편이 옳겠군. 나는 마침 다수를 이끈 경험이 있는 몸이니.
오, 대장!
Is she about to tell us that her odyssey had a purpose?
대장이 아니다. 선장이다. 관리자님, 이번엔 관리자님의 대리로서 선장직을 잠시 맡겠습니다.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, well, be my guest. He continued before he even had the chance to reply.
자, 들어라. 무릇 항해라는 것은
She begins with a Wikipedia definition. Very nice. After an indeterminate amount of time.
라는 것이다. 항해의 기본. 다 잘 받아 적었나, 제군들?
She did read the entire Wikipedia article, actually.
후비죠. 들을수록 신기한 것 투성이군. 마치 모험하는 것 같지 않은가? 거친 파도 속 폭풍을 뚫으며 모험을 하는 것. 그것은 이 몸의 꿈 863개 중 하나였다네.
어찌 그리도 숫자가 구체적인지. 오티스님, 질문이 있습니다.
좋다.
저 복잡하게 생긴 레버는 무엇인가요?
나도 궁금했다네. 저건 대체 무슨 기능을 하는가? 혹시 누르면 배에서 대포가 철컥 철컥 나와서 막 빠바방 하고 나가는 것은 아닌가?
Jesus Christ.
트랜스포메이션 레바인가? 실제로 본다면 제법 멋질 것으로 보.
It shoots Heathcliff at our enemy, just in case we ever need to, like, really, really defeat someone.
저 오티스 씨?
요새 들어 쓸데없이 겉멋 만들고 소갈맹이는 제대로 되지 않은 것들이 소위 최신 기술이라는 가짜는 이름 말에 생겨나더군. 편리함만 줬다 보면 위험성은 증대한다. 그런 최신 기술에 기대다 보면 어느 순간 전부 무너질 거라고.
Okay, Booba.
기계의 피와 땀과 같은 나사와 기름 속에서 이뤄진 열기. 그 속에서 지휘자의 냉철한 리더십과 부하들의 탄탄한 충성심이 만들어내는 조합.
What? What?
제대로 된 정통과 역사가 있는 공방 장치는 그런 식으로 돌아가는 게 맞는 이치인 것을. 그게 바로 전우회라는 것이 탄생하는 순간이다.
이해는 안 가지만 멋있어요. 가슴에 뭔가 울림이 느껴져요.
I thought he was about to say I feel something rising deep in my groin.
대장! 아니, 소장! 최신 기술이라는 것이 자꾸만 불량한 소리를 내고 있어. 어떻게?
이 오티스 증명해 보이겠다. 이따위 최신 기술 없이도 항해에는 문제가 전혀 없다는 걸. 자, 돈키호테 선언. 출력 손잡이를 최대로 개방.
손잡이 최대 개방! 하겠소!
싱클레어 선언. 키를 중앙에 놓고 스위치.
키를 중앙에 놓고 스위치. 키를 중앙에 놓고.
It baffles me to think that everyone else is just watching this. Clearly, we're gonna we're gonna sink our ship if we let this unfold. But okay.
가자!
엔진 완전히 침묵하였어.
자동 항해 기능이 중지되었군요. 오래된 모듈이라 재부팅을 하려면 약 5시간이 소요됩니다.
운전수를 버린 벌이야.
Wait, so we're just stuck here?
그럴 리가요. 자동 항해 기능이 메피스토 팰리스의 엔진에 녹아들었기 때문에 엔진을 기동하는 건 어렵겠지만 배는 수동으로 전환하면 될 뿐입니다.
Well, that was somewhat interesting and didn't feature our protagonist for this chapter even once, Ishmael. I don't know what she has to say about this. The laws. The engine came to a sputtering halt as Otis' seafaring lecture reached its climax. We still have so much to go.
자, 제군들. 이러한 위기 상황에서 가장 중요한 것은 명확한 지휘와 그에 따르는 단합이다.
Look at that lovely seagull in the background. It looks ready to steal our fish and chips.
영 하면 오른발을, 차 하면 왼발을 돌리도록. 영, 차, 영.
차고 나발이고 너는 왜 땀 한 방울 안 흘리고 가만히 서 있기만 하는 거냐?
어리석군. 선장의 체력 손실은 부하 전원의 위험을 불러일으킨다. 체력을 보존하기 위해 내 몸은 쓰지 않는 것이다.
네가 언제부터 대장이었냐?
Well, she did say she's the captain, not the commander.
새새끼들. 아까부터 열받아.
그냥 저 거지 같은 갈매기들을 납치한 다음에 발전기를 돌리게 훈련시키면 안 되는 거냐? 어이, 잘난 파우스트 씨, 척척 박사라며. 그 정도의 기술은 네 머리로 금방 뚝딱 만들어낼 수 있는 거 아니야?
불가능은 아니지만 효용성이 떨어져요. 기초적인 배변 훈련부터 시켜야 하니까요.
카론, 심심해. 카론은 운전하고 싶은데.
I see, Project Moon's approach to the start of this chapter was to just hurl comic relief after comic relief at the player to get us off guard or something? I don't know.
효자, 운전기사인 네가 발전기를 돌려라. 심심해하더니 잘겠군.
어머, 감당되나? 그러면 베르가 가만히 있지 않을 텐데. 면담하고 싶어?
에이. 잠깐. 우리 천천히 뒤집어보자고. 왜 이렇게 땀을 흘려가면서 발전기를 돌리고 있어야 하냐에 대해 근본적인 원인을 따져보잔 말이야. 어?
모든 결과에 일일이 원인과 책임을 따져보는 것은 구림발산이다. 최종 결과가 성공적이라면 그 전의 것들은 전부 과정에 불과하게 되니까.
That seems out of character for Otis. I think Otis would be one of the first to take blame, considering that she is captain or / the commander, and that she's carrying the responsibility, right? It's kind of weird, but I guess I know where they're trying to go with this.
아니, 탓을 하자는 게 아니라 애초에 왜 이렇게 쫓기듯이 속력을 내야 하냐 이 말이야. 우리의 목적지는 유사의 큰 항구 중 하나라며. 어? 아니 목적지도 방향도 정확히 알고 있고 말이야.
They're headed towards a port. Would it really have been that much harder to just drive around the lake to get there? Like, did they really have to go through the trouble of, like, transforming the bus into a boat bus to cross the lake, which everyone knows is incredibly dangerous? I thought we would be... I don't actually know where... Wait, no. Do we know where we had to go to the lake? I mean, obviously they're looking for a golden bow, but where is it? Because if we're just going to land again, then the whole sea journey has no purpose. Right?
그 항구가 움직이는 것도 아니고 왜 그렇게 서둘러야 하는 건데?
I mean, they could have done like an out on sea, like an oil rig station or something, like a laboratory like that. A lobotomy corp branch that was installed in the middle of the lake because of fuck knows why, because they hate their employees and everyone else. But But maybe we're just looking for a port for some other inane reason.
아니 그렇잖아. 어? 이 잔잔한 대호수 한복판에 뭐 갑자기 괴물이 튀어나와서 우리를 다 죽이겠다는 그 뭐 예고장을 보낸 것도 아니고.
Okay, please jinx us, Gregor, because it's getting a little bit boring.
축적된
For
경험으로
everyone.
인해 어느 정도 직감이 발달하게 된 것 같군요, 그레고르. 흥미롭네요.
어?
파우스트는 이를 긍정적인 변화라고 여깁니다. 우리는 앞으로 10분 이내에 이 구역을 벗어나야 해요. 그러니까 예상이 예상보다 조금 지체되었네요.
불길하지만 구체적인 시간까지 제시하는 이유는
대호수의 규칙 때문입니다.
역시 그 규칙 때문인가?
로자, 당신이 대호수의 규칙을 알고 있을 거라는 예측은 없었는데요. 직감이 이런 방향으로 발달할 수 있다고 보기는...
미안. 이번에는 아는 척 좀 해보려고 했어. 매번 되묻는 패턴도 식상하잖아.
유사의 대호수에는 반드시 지켜져야만 하는 규칙이 있습니다.
Or else what? The shark police is gonna come?
그리고 그레고르 씨의 말씀과 달리 항구는 움직인답니다.
Okay, so it is a mobile port. That makes it better immediately.
하다하다 호수에서도 규칙이 있다고? 규칙을 어기는 학생이 있으면 호수에서 매라도 들고 오기라도 해?
Why do I resonate with Heathcliff? That should be really worrying.
징징거리는 새끼. 뭐 분하는 규칙은 없어? 귀 따갑군.
Guys, knock it off. I could almost hear a well-timed sigh followed by honest but brutal piercing words. It was like someone recorded a sigh and played it in my head. But Ishmael was nowhere to be seen on the deck.
그러니까 앞으로 제게 바라는 게 있다면 확실하게 말해주세요.
She wasn't kidding. Ishmael remained in her room, not a peep to be seen nor heard, despite the commotion. Not appearing once for all that's happened since the incident.
설명을 드리고 싶지만 그보다 이 구역을 벗어나는 것이 우선된다는 걸 말씀드리고
Yeah,
싶네요.
because we can't leave and you explain at the same time. That's like Hollywood logic.
금방의 대화로 소모한 시간을 계산했을 때 남은 건 7분 정도입니다.
구역을 벗어나려면 직선 거리로 15km가량 남았다. 한 사람당 시속 10km 이상의 추진력을 담당할 수 있어야만 안전하게 넘어갈 수 있다.
오늘따라 단합이 잘 되는군.
가자, 로신한테! 목적지가 바로 눈앞에 있다! 달려보세라! 쟤는 왜 저렇게 힘이 넘치는 거야?
I think she's sniffing enkephalin when no one's looking.
글렀어. 놓고 가. 놓고 갈 공간이 어디 있다고 그러세요?
이 정도 강도에서의 페달링에는 복식 호흡이 가장 효과적이다.
시속 10km 정도를 담당하는 추진력에서는 그렇죠. 좀 더 부하가 필요했다면 코와 입을 모두 써야만 했을 겁니다.
자기는 안 지쳐?
네, 뭐 3분 남았습니다.
무슨 일이 일어나는지도 모르면서 이렇게 힘만 빼는 게 의미가 있어?
She said there's no time, just step on it with your life. Dante's such a simple fast. It's incredible.
하루는 부릉부릉 하고 싶었어. 이거 따릉따릉 재미없어.
콧노래 부르면서 노동하는 것도 좋은 활력이 되네요.
Wait, where is he? Where's Honglu?
뭐야? 왜 이렇게 안 지치는 사람이 많아?
저희 집안에서 강제로 받아온 수련에 비하면 힘든 축에도 들지 못하죠.
지금 밟기나 해!
앞으로 남은 시간은 30초.
30초.
박진감이 넘치는 거.
Jesus.
이것이 바로
What is that? Also, they're like on bikes basically. That has to be the most like inefficient way to power a ship, though. Surely just rowing would have been easier to implement or something. But okay, whatever. I mean, the motorboat works. Who the fuck knows the mysterious ways? Apparently no one does. Sinclair's really longingly looking at that seagull, which is, I think, the best effort the artist has ever done so far. But yeah.
이렇게 거대한 적에게 돌진하는 거참.
What happened?
말과 호흡을 낫게 해야 한다. 흐름이 망가진다. 들이마시고 내쉬고 들이마시고 내쉬고 들이마시고 내쉬고 들이마시고 내쉬고 들이마시고 내쉬고 들이마시고 내쉬고.
이제 얼만큼 남았지?
앞으로 10초, 4초.
보통은 이 타이밍에서 5초를 말하지 않나요?
다들 입 다물고 마지막 젖 먹던 힘까지 내라!
Somehow we managed to escape the zone before Faust counted down to 0. So it's just like, well, are we like playing a battle royale game where some of the parts of the lake get cordoned off and are like forbidden or something? Or what happened? Why did we have to leave this sector? Some sinners immediately threw themselves to the deck of the ship like limp puppets, while some looked like they'd just taken a quick rest at a park bench. So we made it somehow, but...
규칙에 대한 그 어떤 징조도 보이지 않는다만 내가 잘못 본 건가? 파우스트 씨?
설마 규칙이고 뭐고 순 개뻥이었고 우릴 그냥 개처럼 부려먹을 작정이었다면 진심으로 가만두지 않을.
Well, the tranquil surface we just paddled through was gone, as though it was never even there. In its place was an immense something, its innumerable legs or tentacles, rising above the lake's surface. Couldn't even tell where the thing ended and where the lake began. And it is just... it is basically cut off in a straight line, because that's how nature works. It might not be nature in its nature, like natural in its nature. I don't know, you know what I mean though. Did it burst from the lake, or were we traveling unaware of on its body this whole time? Is that a blobfish on Don's head? Jeez, I mean, the artist must have a lot of fun creating some of these, so that's good though. That's good. I like that. Have some great suffering, but also have some fun. It's the mix that does it for me. I couldn't even find the right word to describe the magnitude of that thing. Its appearance sent waves across the waters all the way to the zone we were in. Mephistopheles shook violently as though it was about to capsize. It need not be said that the sinners on the deck were given an untimely shower.
와우, 조금만 더 늦었다간 모두가 과자 부스러기 꼴이 되었겠어.
But what was it really? Was it just like a tentacle monster that appears in this sector of the lake then? Or lots of tentacles that just sprung up from below? Or why did the water turn red? Did I see that correctly?
겁나는 것이니까.
만조. 이 정도는 되어야 날뛸 맛이 나지.
So we are in a battle royale now, I guess. Okay, where's the next? Where we're gonna wait? What is the terminology? Where we're dropping boys? When's the next crate coming? Like, shall we rush or not?
만일 저것이 우리를 한 번 더 공격하려 한다면 승산은 없다.
아니, 저것은 이곳에서는 우리를 내버려 둘 거다. 그게 대호수의 규칙이니까.
Can you state it clearly? Because it might be the law of the Great Lake, but what is that law? Like, what's the definition? The actual law?
이제 미뤄뒀던 설명을 할 수 있겠군요.
Okay, great.
유사 대호수의 규칙은 여러 가지지만 지금 필요한 설명을 간단하게만 하죠. 한 호수에서 일정 시간 이상 머무를 경우 각 호수만의 파도가 밀려옵니다.
is this for every single boat? So this thing was actively tracking us? Or how does this work?
보통 저런 걸 파도라고 부르나?
호수와 호수 사이를 넘어가는 것 또한 정해져 있는 시간과 조건이 각각 존재합니다.
뭐야? 그러면 어디에 멈춰 있기만 하면 반드시 저런 문어다리 같은 건데 당한다는 거잖아.
그래서 당연하게도 이 호수 위의 모든 것은 규칙에 맞추어 위치를 바꾸어 갑니다. 그 목표를 향해 가는 방법도 그것에 맞추어 우리를 안내하고요.
혹시 그 규칙이라는 것에 대해 정리되어 있는 건 없나요? 제 방에는 유모가 가문의 규칙이 적힌 종이를 붙여두곤 했어요. 완전히 지키긴 어려웠지만.
That's when I heard the door open. Whoever opened it did so with obvious irritation.
기억 후 파도가 왔었나 보네요.
Ishmael? After such a long period of isolation, Ishmael staggered out of the room at last.
대호수의 규칙은 고작 노트에 몇 줄 적는다고 해결될 사소하고 간단한 내용이 아니에요. 대호수 자체의 규칙은 간단하지만 각 호수의 규칙은 천차만별이니까.
She says each lake, so is the lake split into like smaller lakes? Is that it? Or do they just call the zones lake as well?
애초에 허가 없이 대호수의 규칙에 대해 문자로 기록하는 것 자체가 유사에 잘 알려진 금기기도 하고요.
That's retarded, sorry. Oh yeah, you have to follow very specific rules and orders if you want to be on this thing, but we won't let you write them down.
그렇다면 몸에 새기면 되겠군.
만약 새긴다는 의미가 경험이 아닌 문신의 의미라면 해당 사례로 유사의 금기 사냥꾼들이 파견된 적도 있으니까요. 모든 규칙은 구전으로만 옮겨지는 편이 안전합니다.
What if you use euphemisms and stuff? Like, how far does the taboo go? Can you make a recording of it? Or is that forbidden as well? What if you just write one word each on one of the sinners and you need to line them up 1 to 13 or something? Does this work, or is this like considered in context and would also... Oh, you know what? Why am I getting hung up on this? My autism today. Sorry. What have you been doing all this time, Ishmael?
작사를 갈고 있었어요.
That is a euphemism. Your harpoon? Why?
더 날카로워야 하니까요. 스치기만 해도 살아있다는 사실이 후회스러울 정도로 고통스럽게 만들어줄 거니까.
그럼 그냥 처박히긴 하지 왜 기어나오는 건데?
그대로 처박혀 있다간 녹아내려 흔적도 없어진 당신들을 구경할 것 같아서요. 별로 유쾌하지 않거든요. 그런 걸 또 보는 건. 그리고 호수에 대해 뭣도 모르는 사람들끼리 배를 주물럭거리면서 시간만 축내는 꼬락서니를 더는 못 봐주겠으니까.
You know, it's been a long time since the incident at the boatworks. The biting at anxious lectures have not dulled at all. Woman moment. I was afraid that she might stir up trouble among the sinners again. Okay, fine. But she was out here with the rest of us, and I wanted to believe that was more than enough. I decided not to question her further.
이럴 줄 알았죠.
Ishmael walked up to the helm.
뭐 하는 거지? 이 배는 순항 중이다. 오히려 남쪽에서 불어오는 순풍의 영향으로 더
그렇게 보일 수도 있겠네요. 땅에서나 구르던 사람 생각이라는 건 그렇게 1차원적이고 뻔한 편이니까.
Jesus Christ, does she just want to get hit in her face, or what's her problem?
이 새끼가 지금 이 오티스에
Otis, let's hear her out. Also, did Otis just speak of herself in third person?
운이 좋군, 물개놈.
Okay, Ishmael, tell us. How are we not smooth sailing? We've got the wind at our backs.
바람 때문이 아니죠. 우리는 끌려가고 있는 거예요.
Wrecked? By what?
저 배들에게로.
Alright, Project Moon. Now is the perfect time for some fighting instead of more story, please. No, the pacing. We screwed up again. Our bus boat, or rather, 5-3, the Resonance Tuning Fork. Our bus boat with a dead engine was still sailing with every sinner's hearts and bodies. Well, not exactly every sinner, but most sinners' hearts and bodies working as one. Oh, and we learned a very valuable lesson about surviving in the Great Lake. That breaking its laws can have catastrophic results. And that's when we noticed that our bus boat was getting dragged by something off course. Not off course, but off course. I'm aching for a fight because I wanted to keep today's episode somewhat short since I'm not feeling well, but it looks like this is gonna be the last we'll read. And you'll have to wait for next week to see my new Sinner team in action. We enter. Just like Ishmael said, 2 massive vessels were approaching us not far from where we were. And we didn't see them until now. They are like 10 times bigger than us. At least in one dimension. We're not exactly on a collision course with them, though. Ishmael didn't entertain me with an answer. Instead, she shook the helm and threw it wildly in one direction. Whoa! I wouldn't call, like, taking the wheel and just yanking it to one side a skill.
배에도 드리프트가 있었나?
카론, 놀랐어. 주황머리, 신선해.
경쟁자가 생겼군, 카론.
아니, 잠깐만. 이상하군. 분명 방향을 꺾었는데도 왜 저 배들 사이로 우리 배가 이동하지?
뱃머리가 미동도 하지 않아요.
Yo, Ishmael turned the Mephistopheles helm around to the opposite direction of the 2 ships. We were getting dragged even faster by them. And there was nothing we could do about it.
이스, 설마 전진 후진 레버를 반대로 당긴 건 아니지? 엔진은 껐어요. 뭐?
배들이 합쳐지는 건가요?
야, 이 미친 새끼야! 지금 짜부라지게 생겼는데 그런 한가로운 감성이 나와?
어이 물개! 큰 소리를 그렇게 치더니 이제 어떡해?
좀 닥쳐요. 잡아당겨지고 있을 때를 최대한 이용할 거예요. 그리고
부딪힌다!
지금
Immediately before the crash, Ishmael deftly revved the engine and adjusted several levers in a series of decisive motions before speeding us between and past the 2 vessels. The back of our ship. Oh, sorry, Sinclair. I didn't see you were saying this. So they were like, these 2 ships were on collision course, and we were right in the middle, and Ishmael basically catapulted us out of it, or what? Like how Paz is just pointing at it with a singular, dainty, fragile finger. The ship's stern was crushed, but it was better than getting completely sandwiched between those 2 ships.
이 정도라면 며칠 내로 회복이 가능한 수준입니다. 메피스토펠레스의 엔진이 자가 수복시키겠죠.
아니, 지금 보니까 이 파괴된 정도가 아니라 통째로 뽑혀 나갔는데?
마치 처음부터 그곳에 있지 아니했던 것 같소.
I took another look at where the stern used to be. It was as Cicida said. The stern wasn't crushed, it was effectively deleted as though it had never been there. Huh? I have the bizarre-looking cross-section behind.
유사의 특이점, 공명굽세의 특징이죠. 이곳의 배들은 원래 하나였던 것처럼 서로 끌어당기며 합쳐지기도 하고 목적에 따라 언제 하나였냐는 것처럼 분리되기도 하니까요.
What? And how... where... So where did part of our ship go then? And who decides who disappears and who, like, how it merges together to begin with? Or is it because we were in between 2 of these forks, which act as a connector, and, like, everything in between is gonna get, like... I'm doing the motion of, like, I don't know if you've seen, like, JoJo Part 4 of... Oh, what's his name? Okayasu or something? The one with, like, the void ability. Why am I making a JoJo reference now?
저 정도 크기의 배들이 쓰는 공명급세 정도라면 우리처럼 공명급세가 없거나 주파수가 안 맞는 배들을 그대로 삼켜버리는 일이 빈번하죠. 아, 이런. 명령이 내려지지도 않았는데 운전대를 잡게 되었네요, 관리자님.
No, don't. You just saved all of our lives, you smug little fiery cunt.
뭐 그러려던 건 아니긴 하지만요. 이해해 주신다니 고맙네요. 아, 시키지 않은 설명이 나오는 것까지 이해 좀 해주세요. 워낙 떽떽거리는 소리가 시끄러워서 배 한가운데에서 귀마개를 할 순 없잖아요.
전장에서 입이 거른 사람은 굴러다니는 돌멩이만큼 많았다. 실력만 뛰어나다면 그러는 걸 굳이 제지할 필요도 없을 테지.
I mean, like, she did insult Otis before she gave her advice, so I can give her that. At the same time, it again feels somewhat out of character for Otis to not listen to someone who's clearly more knowledgeable about seafaring than her. Otis rather seems like the type to utilize everything and everyone, and if she knows that someone is good at something, she's gonna make use of that instead of trampling over the knowledge or not acknowledging their knowledge, basically. So it feels weird that as a device, like as a writing device, they used Otis to let Ishmael's knowledge shine instead of, I guess, the conflict between Heathcliff and Ishmael is gonna get used later on, but they could have gone other ways, I think. Well, whatever.
죄송합니다, 관리자님. 저는 잠시만.
어찌 풀이 죽은 것이오? 대장, 아니 선장.
시끄럽다. 처음부터 대장은 저기 계신 관리자님이었어.
Downcast and shoulders slumped, Otis made her way into the ship cabins, formerly the bus cabins.
목적지에 거의 다 왔군요. 유사의 5대 항구 중 하나인 청새치 항구선입니다.
Faust's voice was dry and emotionless. Still, what had just happened didn't affect her one bit. Why did the music get even quieter?
와, 정말 크네요. 지금까지 제가 보았던 배 중에 손에 꼽을 정도로 커다란걸요?
So the port is a ship. It is a mobile port then. Honglu was right. We were approaching a massive ship, so large that it could almost be mistaken for an island. Oh, so we are approaching the most massive of ships, I guess. Ishmael x Heathcliff. Whichever was the case, it was clear that the port was a megastructure built from countless metal shipping containers. That's pretty cool. I want to see it. Please show us a CG instead of this.
안개가 거치니 비로소 보이지 않던 것이 보이는구려. 이런 커다란 것까지 가릴 줄이야.
배? 저 정도 규모면 이미 배라는 개념을 벗어나 보이는데.
Can't help but agree there. Ishmael, does that count as a ship in the Great Lake?
대호수에서 자꾸 육지 상식을 꺼내봐야 소용없어요. 공명급세를 쓴다면 저런 배는 밥 먹듯이 볼 테니까요. 아니, 고래고기 먹듯이라고 해야 할까요?
Okay, and 5-4, the first real fight, gonna have to wait until next week, everyone. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed Chapter 5 so far, and will continue to enjoy together. Tell me, though, because I'm actually curious, have they split... I don't know if they stated this somewhere. Have they split the chapter in parts again? Is that why we don't know how many stages there are gonna be? Or, like, tell me how far you are and whether you like it or not. I would love to get my own opinion influenced by yours. So far, it's okay. I feel like they could have slimmed down again a little bit on the writing, but I'm holding out. I really like the end of this event now. Like, that felt very nice, although again I do think that they could have, well, I guess the more bitchy they let Ishmael be now, the better the payoff later on. So yeah, I can't wait for next week. I might oh no, I should rest. I mean, I should edit and then rest, so I will most likely record it in a few days, not right now. Bye.